If you're a real estate agent and you are just struggling to keep your pipeline full, then it's probably not because you're not working hard enough. It's likely because you're relying on hope-based marketing, like door knocking, cold calling, sending out mailers. While these methods work, they have one huge disadvantage. They don't allow you to easily track the results and track the data so that you can make a better decision moving forward. What I want to show you today is how to move away from some of these outdated old methods and move into infrastructure marketing, which allows you to build a trackable and scalable business. And what we're going to be covering in the second part of the video is going to almost guarantee an ROI if you implement this right. But almost everybody messes this up because they're just not consistent at it. My name is Jonas. I'm a coach here at Guerilla Realty and a real estate agent. And I've helped agents move from old, outdated systems into infrastructure marketing, helping them implement these scalable and trackable systems, which part of I'm about to share with you today. So what does this look like? There's three parts to this. First, we need a lead magnet. Then we need a conversion engine, and then we apply the scale lever. We also teach a full 1-hour webinar on one of my favorite infrastructure playbooks, which is the Facebook Marketplace playbook. In this webinar, you get the scripts, and we'll walk you through the exact step-by-step process that you can execute that day to start generating leads. The link for this is in the description. So again, starting with the first one, the first thing that you need is a lead magnet. All right, starting with the first part, this is a lead magnet. A lead magnet is essentially something that your ideal audience wants, and you give it to them in exchange for their contact information. Now, the key thing here is to place this lead magnet in spots on the internet where people are already actively searching. I see too many agents starting to brand themselves. And the problem with this is, again, while this works, you want to go into places where the intent is already high. So if you place your lead magnet in these places, then the chances of you getting high intent leads is much higher than doing it in places where people don't go to, for example, search for properties. And the best approach for this is starting with a simple property. We already know that people that are interested in real estate search for homes, right? This is a logical step that each of these potential leads take to fulfill the need of finding their property. Now, we can copy this exact strategy from the giants, right? Sites like Zillow, Homes.com, Realtor.com, they use the same playbook, generate leads for you, and then sell them back to you at a high fee. And so if that was me, I would be starting with a property that I know my target audience is interested in, and I would put it into places where people are already searching for those properties. All right, second and most important part of this is going to be the conversion engine. A lead comes in. How does that lead get treated? The answer is the same every single time. This helps you to collect more data. You will find out what works. You will find out what doesn't work. And once you've identified good patterns, and again, the consistent implementation here is so key because you need larger sets of data. This is very hard to do with traditional methods where you're picking up the phone or with mailers because you simply do not have a close eye on every single step in the process. When you send out a mailer, you will only get a phone call back from someone that's interested. You do not know how many people opened the mailer. You do not know how many people read that mailer, right? So you're missing data points that in infrastructure marketing, you can adjust and improve your results. This is key. And this is why you have to treat every conversation the same way so that you can improve the conversion rates at the bottom of the funnel when it comes to getting the appointment and then actually meeting someone in person. And now the third piece, the scaling lever. This is where you take what is already working and then pour gasoline on the fire. You can either do this through adding some ad spend to your organic lead magnet ads that are already working, or you can do this by simply taking your current system and applying it to a different lead source, right? Because you already know that the engine that you've built around one of these lead sources, again, my example with listings, already works. You can take this exact same system with an attention magnet or lead magnet, putting it out into places where people are already searching, and then apply a new inbound logic, right? A new conversion engine, because of course the conversation with, for example, an inbound lead that came through a website where people are searching for properties and a for sale by owner is going to look different. But the mechanism doesn't really change. Lead magnet, conversion engine, and then the scaling lever. So what I would do if I was starting today, I would stop all the interruption marketing immediately. You can worry about that at a later point, but I would move all my efforts into infrastructure marketing that allows me to track, make educated decisions on what I'm tracking, and then scale based on what already works. The 1 hour webinar that we teach goes over a specific infrastructure playbook, which is our Facebook Marketplace playbook. Again, we teach the entire step-by-step process. We give you all the scripts so that you can walk away and implement this essentially today. All right, that's it for this video today. If you found any value in this video, go ahead and click the like button below and then comment with what you are currently doing to track your efforts. Because without data, you are not able to make educated decision on where your business should move.